Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. BGM. Okay. Okay. I think it's fine. Okay, let's do it. I prepared the introduction sentence for this stream. I'm gonna just read this. In this stream, I'll be reading sentences and learning new vocabulary. Whenever I come across a word I don't know, I'll look it up and ask ChatGPT for example sentences to understand it better. And for the first 10 minutes, I'll review words from previous sessions, and for the next 40 minutes or 50 minutes, I'll focus on new vocabularies. Okay. So first, let's do review time. Let me see. Review time. Let's go. でかい方がいい。Okay. Proficient. Proficient means skilled. Like you can say the person is really proficient with fixing things, so it's handy to have him as a roommate. Skilled and experienced. He's pretty proficient with fixing things around the house. It's handy to have him as a roommate. Good. Minor. Minor means something not major, but also means under the legal age. So minor case. I cannot come up with examples, but it means under legal age. Someone who is okay. Someone who is too young to have the legal responsibilities of an adult. In Australia, a person under the age of 18 is considered a minor. Good. Emergence. Emergence means appearing, something that is revealed gradually, something like that. Like the emergence of smartphone changed the way of communication for people. To appear by coming out of something or out from behind something. The emergence of smartphone changed the way we connect with each other. With the emergence of online streaming, people are watching movies, shows differently. Good. Compile. Compile means to collect or scrap something into one piece. So you can say, I compiled articles about the case. Something like that. To collect information from different places and arrange it in a book, report, or list. I'm compiling a list of my favorite bubble tea shops. Good. Broadly. Broadly means in generally, like in a general sense. Broadly, like you can say something is broadly accepted. Is like paying by you can say, how to say broadly accepted. cannot come up with examples in a general way without considering specific examples or all the details. The website says TOEFL scores are broadly accepted in foreign universities. Good. Dispensable. Dispensable means something that you need or you cannot live without it. You can say the person is important, but that player is important but not dispensable in this team. Or like dispensable. Yeah, something like that. Dispensable. More than you need and therefore not necessary. It can be gotten rid of. Oh, it was different. Dispensable. It was opposite. I realized most of the items in my closet are dispensable. I could donate a lot of them. Dispensable. More than you need. そっか。I was misunderstanding. Classification means category. So you can say, I like the classification of the movies in this streaming service. Something like that. The active process of dividing things into groups according to their type. Classification. I'm working on the classification of my bookshelf, organizing novels and non-fiction separately. I like the classification of movies on this streaming service. It makes it easier to find the genres I enjoy. Good. Climate. A climate means to accommodate or to get used to it, or climate. Yeah, but it focuses more on climate situation. So you can say it took quite a long time to acclimate to live here. Something like that. Adapt, adjust, accommodate. It took some time for him to acclimate to the hot climate on the desert. Good. Notable. Notable means something important. Something important. Notable. He left a notable comment on a document. Something like that. Important and deserve attention because of being very good or interesting. He is one of the most notable writers in Japan. Attention, deserving attention because of being very good or interesting. I missed some of these meanings, so I'm gonna put it in hard. Root cause. Root cause means root cause means the original origin, the cause of the origin, the original problem. So you can say the root cause of global warming is human activities. Something like that. It is the fundamental reason or source from which a problem arises. What is the root cause of global warming? Good. Significant. Significant means significant. Very impressive. Significant. The show was significant. Something very impressive, you can say. Important or noticeable. You made a significant contribution to the creation of this book. ちょっと違うか。Important, significant. Significant changes とかっていうもの。Noticeable. Hard. Manifold. Manifold means many kinds or varieties. The manifold of the manifold. Wait. Manifold. Manifold. Is this a noun or a verb? Manifold. It looks like a verb. Manifold. Manifold. The manifold of many and of several different types. Many or various. There are manifold advantages to study English. The project had manifold challenges, ranging from technical issues to tight deadlines. そっか。So it's an adjective. Manifold advantage. I'm gonna put it hard. Strenuous. Strenuous means something tiring or requires a lot of energy to do it. Strenuous, or yeah, that is so strenuous. It is even going out for grocery feels so strenuous for me. Something like that. Needing or using a lot of physical or mental effort of energy. It really does anything more strenuous than changing the channels on the television. Strenuous. I'm not sure. I think I'm okay with this word, so I'm gonna put it good. Okay, last word. Methodical. Methodical means if someone is methodical, that means the person follows steps precisely. So you can say he's a really methodical person, something like that. Methodical people do things in very ordered, careful way. She took a methodical approach to solving the problem, carefully analyzing each steps. Okay, good. Okay. Let's finish the review time. Where is it? Review time is over. Close this tab. Okay. And then last stream I did from chapter 5 to chapter 10. So I'm gonna do from chapter 11 to hopefully chapter 15. Let's get started with chapter 11. Okay. Chapter 11 is about geography. Geography. Okay, let's do it. The first sentence. Contrary to popular belief, geography not only involves the study of the Earth's surface but also encompasses the study of its inhabitants, cultures, climate, and phenomena such as natural disasters. I forgot the meaning of contrary. Contrary to popular belief, geography not only involves the study of the Earth's surface but also encompasses. Encompasses means include or like cover the study of its inhabitants. Inhabitants is like the inhabitants is like a native people to the region, like, or people who lives there originally, something like that. Cultures, climate, and phenomena such as natural disasters. Okay, contrary means the opposite. What you're telling me is contrary to what I learned at school, so I'm going to have to verify it. The opposite. Opposite. I was worried that it might be too hard for me, but it turned out the contrary was true. Huh? What's the definition of the word contrary? Hmm. 遅いかな、もしかして。遅いかも。こっちにしとくか。はい、出たか。The word contrary refers to something that is opposite in nature, direction, or meaning. It often implies disagreement or contrast with something else. She has a contrary opinion on the issue, means her opinion is opposite or different from the usual one. Despite the rainy forecast, the weather was actually quite sunny, which was contrary to expectation. Wait. What's the difference between opposite and contrary? Takes time. The words opposite and contrary are similar but slightly different nuances. Opposite generally refers to something that is completely different or at the farthest end of a spectrum, like black and white, hot and cold, or love and hate. It often implies a complete direct contrast. North is the opposite of south. Contrary suggests something that goes against or resists another thing, often in a way that shows disagreement rather than a total opposition. It can imply a more subtle or situational contrast. Example, she has a contrary view of the subject, meaning her opinion differs and may even challenge the main view. But it's not necessarily a complete opposite. In everyday use, opposite is more common when talking about clear, direct contrast, while contrary is often used for ideas, opinions, or behaviors that disagree or differ. これを書いておくか。Contrary to popular belief, the opposite of popular belief, geography, and encompass. On the contrary, is to show that you think or feel the opposite of what has just been stated. I don't think she wanted to create a problem. On the contrary, I believe she was trying to help you. I thought you said the movie was exciting. On the contrary, I almost fell asleep halfway through it. Encompass, to include different types of things. Include is more specific and refers to the act of incorporating something as part of a whole, while encompass is more expansive, suggesting a comprehensive covering of a broad range of elements or ideas. Japanese cuisine encompasses a lot of different food, so you're going to need to be more specific. Inhabitant, a person or animal that lives in a particular place. Inhabitant, uninhabited. I wonder who the original inhabitants of the forest were. This forest were. These small islands are inhabited by only a few species of animals. Contrary だけでいいかな。Inhabitants も a little bit different nuance. I'm just gonna highlight this too. Okay. Next. As geography weaves together several related but contrasting themes to make this discipline more systematic and transparent, that is often split into two branches, physical geography and human geography. Okay. As geography weaves. Weaves means weaves. It's a threads. I can say it in Japanese like it's like 糸が絡み合う something like that. Waves together. It's like I got the idea, but I cannot explain. As geography waves together several related but contrasting themes. Contrasting themes. Sorry, I was scratching my eyes and my avatar goes crazy. Related but contrasting themes. Opposite, very different themes. To make this discipline study field more systematic and transparent, that is often split into two branches, physical geography and human geography. It weaves. To form something from several different things, or to combine several different things in a complicated or skilled way. I've been told that this shirt is really expensive, but it was woven in Italy using some specialty technique. He kept weaving in and out of traffic, but he still couldn't get much farther ahead. This was what I meant. 縫うように. Contrasting, very different. Okay. Together several related but contrasting themes. To make discipline more systematic and transparent. Okay, next. Physical geography, the study of the natural world, includes the examination is like examine, hence 研究 study of process and spatial patterns that make up the atmosphere, soil, vegetation, water, the animal world, and landforms. Wait, what is spatial? Forgot. Why didn't I put this word in the list. Spatial. Physical geography, the study of the natural world, includes the examination of process and spatial patterns that make up the atmosphere, soil, vegetation, water, the animal world, and landform. Spatial. Relating to the position, area, and size of things. Wait, did I put it in somewhere? No. Spatial. Oh, it's not spatial, it's a spatial. Spatial. I thought it's with C. I didn't think it was T. I'm just gonna put it here. Spatial. あれ? Spatial. 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 そうだよね. This one is more common, I believe. Relating to the position, area, and size of things. He's great at a lot of sports because he has excellent spatial awareness. Spatial. ああ、こっちが出てくるんだ。I see. Okay. Examination of processes and spatial patterns that make up the atmosphere, soil, vegetation, water, the animal world, and landforms. Spatial patterns っていうのがあるんだね。Okay. Next. In human geography, on the other hand, human activity is of paramount importance. Paramount. The field covers topics such as agricultural systems, urban systems, transportation, settlements, and the distribution and composition of populations. Ooh, paramount. Important. Very paramount. Paramount means more important than anything else. Getting this part down quickly is absolutely paramount to the success of the project. Paramount. The field covers topics such as agricultural system, urban system, transportation, settlements. Settlement means an official agreement that finishes an argument. Place where people come to live or the process of settling in such a place. Did you know that more than 500 indigenous groups lived in Australia before British settlement? Settlements はいいかな。Distribution and composition. Distribution means the process of giving things out to several people or spreading or supplying something. I thought it was like 貢献 or something. Distribution. 分布とかか。 I worry that distribution of wealth is becoming increasingly uneven. He will distribute the tickets to each of you, so please wait in line. Distribution もかな。Composition. Composition ってなんだ？ Composition. A piece of music that someone has written. Compose. We show the process or skill of writing music. The way that people or things are arranged in a painting or photography.構成でいいのかな？ The part substances that something is made of. Compose と一緒でいいのか？ Composition。書いとくか。構成。In this sentence, what composition mean? What does? In this sentence, composition refers to the makeup or structure of populations, specifically the different characteristics that make up a population, such as age, gender, ethnicity, or socioeconomic status. The distribution and composition of populations means where people live and the different groups or characteristics with those populations. 構成要素ってことだよね。Can you give me a short definition? Makeup or characteristic of a population. これってこと？ The parts or substances that something is made of. これにしとくか。Can you give me casual examples? The composition of the team is a mix of experienced players and new rookies. I forgot to tweet or post on X. Let me do that really quick. Copy. Andこうして、こうして、こうして、こうして、Hold on. こうして、こう。 Okay, I posted. Okay, let's go back. So I highlight composition too. Okay. Chapter 11 is done. Oh, wait. It's already 40. Okay, next. History is an umbrella term that refers to past events as well as the discovery, collection, presentation, and interpretation of information and evidence relating to these events. History is an umbrella term. Umbrella term means a term that covers a lot of or encompasses a lot of field or lines. That refers to the past events as well as the discovery, collection, presentation, and interpretation of information and evidence relating to these events. Refers to A as B. Refers to past events as well as. Expressing that A is called, named, or identified as B, they refer to him as the tech guru because of his expertise in technology. In many cultures, the elephant is referred to as a symbol of wisdom. Evident. Obvious. Evident often implies a connection to evidence or proof. That's so evident. It's evident you are angry because your face is turning red. Okay. While not immediately... Wait, what is the theme of it? Chapter 12. Oh, history. Okay. While not immediately apparent, one of the most important reasons for studying history is that the events of the past and the activities of our ancestors are crucial, means important, for understanding the present and may indicate means show in a subtle way what the future holds. While not immediately apparent. Apparent.でいいのか。Immediately apparent, easy to understand, or like being shown, apparent. Despite the fact, while I understand the class is very difficult, I don't think it's impossible to pass the test. そっか、although とかと一緒の意味なんだ。while. Indication, sign. Okay. For example, leaders seeking to understand previous military disputes among European nations and minimize the risk of future disputes. Disputes is like a small war or like argument or fight. Formed the European Union to improve the relationships between these nations. For example, leaders seeking to understand previous military disputes among European nations and minimize the risk of future disputes formed the European Union to improve the relationships between these nations. In dispute, disputable, being doubted or certain. this is different use, right? Yeah. Next, this explains. Wait, we don't need S. We do need S. This illustrates that by developing our knowledge and awareness of the links between historical events and focusing on avoiding mistakes that were made in the past, we are able to refrain from repeating them. Refrain from is like preventing from doing that thing. This illustrates that by developing our knowledge and awareness of the links between historical events and focusing on avoiding mistakes that were made in the past, we are able to refrain from repeating them. Okay. This one was easy. Next. Chapter 13. Chapter 13 is about philosophy. Philosophers are dedicated to contemplating the fundamental nature of existence. Dedicate means like do specific things, or experts, or yeah, something like that. Dedicate. To contemplate. Contemplate means to think deeply the fundamental nature of existence, reality, knowledge, values, reason, and mind. Their aim is to their goal to try to reach is to raise and answer difficult and challenging questions. Dedicate. Believing that something is very important and giving a lot of time and energy to it. Contemplate means ponder, to spend time considering a possible future action or to consider one particular thing for a long time in a serious and quiet way. Contemplate. For instance, for example, one of the most fiercely means like fiercely, very, or most active, or something 激しい. How do you say? I forgot how to say. Powerful way. Fiercely debated and enduring, long-lasting philosophical riddles was first posed in ancient times and relates to the question of whether humans have morality inherently or it is learned. Inherently is like born with it, or learned after we were born. Fiercely. Aggression, yeah. Enduring for a long time. Speak in riddles. Riddle. Propose. Out of the question. Inherent. Existing as a natural or basic part of something. Okay. Next. While classical scholars such as Charles Darwin tended to argue more in favor of inherent morality, contemporary research increasingly reinforces poses the idea that morality is largely acquired after birth, which accounts for the variability in what is considered to be more moral behavior. While, although classical scholars such as Charles Darwin tend to argue more in favor of more 入れとくか more in favor of inherent morality. In favor of means to support or approval of something or someone. Most people seem to be in favor of the new policy at work. Most people seem to be supportive for the new policy at work. I'm totally in favor of grabbing pizza for dinner tonight. そっか in favor of. So although classical scholars such as Charles Darwin tend to argue more in favor of inherent morality, so Charles Darwin supports the idea that morality is inherent. Contemporary research increasingly reinforce. Wait, how do I pronounce this?
Reinforce.
Reinforce でいいのか Reinforce means to make something stronger. Reinforce か I'm going to watch this documentary again to reinforce my knowledge. Okay, contemporary research. Wait, contemporary って recent research? いいんだっけ Let me see. Contemporary research. Yeah, recent or 現代. Reinforce the idea that morality is largely acquired after birth, which accounts for means to provide reasons, explanations, or rationale for a particular event, situation, or outcome. How do you account for your success? How do you explain for your success? To form the total of college students account for about 40% of our customers. This is different use. In the context of the sentence, this is the meaning. Which accounts for the variability in what is considered to be moral behavior. Variability is like kinds, variety, variable. It's loading. Variable. I use this word in programming context, but I'm not sure. The quality or fact of being variable, likely to change often. Okay. Variable. Can you give me the definition of the word variable? No. Variability. Variability is the quality of being changeable or inconsistent. It refers to the degree to which something can vary or differ over time or between examples. In other words, variability describes how much something can change or show differences rather than staying the same. これも書いておくか。書いてたわ。Variability, the quality or fact of being variable, likely to change often. The weather here has a lot of variability. One day it's sunny and the next day is pouring rain. Okay. So, morality is largely acquired after birth, which accounts for the variability in what is considered to be moral behavior. So what is considered to be moral behavior changes over time. That's why they say morality comes after birth. Okay. Next. Although some finds the contemplation and discussion of questions such as these to be boring and frustrating, must acknowledge that philosophy promotes clear, mature thinking about the wide range of obscure issues. Although some finds the contemplation and discussion of questions such as these to be boring or frustrating. Even though these questions are boring, some people find these questions are boring or frustrating, but must acknowledge is like people who have knowledge that philosophy promotes clear, mature thinking about the wide range of obscure issues. Obscure means like vague or hard to define, something like that. Obscure, not clear, and difficult to understand or see. I don't remember my password because I made it too obscure. Wait, let me check this word just in case. I think this is like a knowledge. It's not a verb. It's not a verb. Not a verb. Wait, is this a verb? To accept, admit, or recognize something, or the truth or existence of something. Acknowledge someone as something. Historians generally acknowledge her as a genius in her field. Acknowledge, must acknowledge. Must acknowledge the verb か。Acknowledge. To accept, admit, or recognize something, or the most people acknowledge ってことか。Acknowledge. Can you give me casual examples of the word acknowledge? I just wanted him to acknowledge that I helped with the project. She acknowledged that she made a mistake, which I appreciated. He finally acknowledged. Accept と何が違うんだ? What's the difference between accept? Acknowledge, to recognize or admit something exists, happened, or is true. It doesn't necessarily means you agree with it or embrace it. To recognize something as true or valid and embrace or agree with it. Acknowledge is about recognizing or admitting, but it doesn't mean full agreement or embrace. Accept means not only recognizing something, but also being willing to agree with it, embrace it, or live with it. I acknowledge your opinion, but I don't accept it. That's a nice one. How do I... まあこれでいいか。Wait, I'm gonna put here. And then I don't need this one. Okay. Right, this is not. Okay. Acknowledge. Done. Oh no, it's already 11. Let's do 14. Chapter 14 is about religion. Okay. There are astonishing number of religions. Astonishing is like very large or incredible numbers of religions. Very surprising around the world, but perhaps unsurprisingly, most of the population on Earth is said to be affiliated with one of the 5 dominant religions: Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, or Judaism. Affiliated. Affiliated is like connected. Affiliated. Affiliate. To cause a group to become part of or form close relationship with another, usually large group or organization. Affiliate. What does affiliate mean? Affiliate can be used as both a noun and a verb. As a noun, as a verb, to affiliate means to officially connect or associate with a large organization or group. She decided to affiliate herself with the environmental group. So I was right. Affiliate. With one of the 5 dominant is like how do I say it? More important, strong, or noticeable than anything else, or the same type. 5 dominant religions. Okay. Religiously populous. Dominant. Okay. Each religion embraces is like who accept or embrace. Yeah, it's like accept or cherish, something like that. Its own distinct and unique elements, including sacred rituals, ceremonies, festivals, prayers, and symbols. I can understand. Sacred is like holy or sacred, 神聖な holy rituals, sermons. I learned this word from the game Cult of Lamb. Sermons. Festivals, prayers, and symbols. Sermons, a part of Christian church ceremony in which a minister gives a talk on a religious or moral subject, often based on something written in the Bible. Okay. Embrace is like, is this like accept or hold? Something like that, I believe. Yeah, to accept something enthusiastically. Okay, next sentence. For example, although Christianity and Islam share a common place of origin in the Middle East, Christians regard Jesus as the Son of God, while Muslims believe that Jesus was a holy prophet. Regard. Christians regard, think かな Christian think, right? Regard, to consider or have an opinion about something or someone. Best regard とかっていうもんね。Christians regard Jesus as the Son of God, while Muslims believe that Jesus was a holy prophet. In regard to, about, but more formal. I have a few questions with regard to the point you have just mentioned. Okay, next. Since there are abundant differences among religions, abundant is like a lot of differences among religions. Some argue that it is important to identify similar traits. Traits is like characteristic or feature that religions possess is like have, to reach scholarly consensus over what constitute religion. Consensus is like agreement. Okay. Since there are a lot of differences among religions. Wait, abundant. Am I right? More than enough. Quite close. Differences among religions. Some argue that it is important to identify similar traits that religions possesses to reach scholarly consensus over what constitute religions. ちょっとむずいけどわかるかな Religions to reach scholarly consensus. Scholarly get agreement over what constitutes religion. Scholarly, containing a serious detailed study of a subject, similar to academic. Possessive. If you're possessive about something that you own, You do not like lending it to other people or sharing it with other people. Right? Possess. Possess? そっか。Possess is like addict, kinda. Possess. To have 合ってるか。Or own thing. Own something. Or to have particular quality. I don't possess a single DVD. I don't have even one DVD. In the past, the root of this plant was thought to possess magical powers. 合ってますね。Identical, exactly the same. Okay. Consensual. With the willing agreement of all the people involved. What's the consensual? It was a consensual choice to watch comedy movie tonight. Agreement. Okay, chapter 14 is done. Can I do one more chapter real quick? Chapter 15. Chapter 15 is about psychology. Okay, let's do it. While psychology is tough to define in a precise way, precise is like 正確な very precise way. It predominantly incorporates the empirical study. Oh, empirical. Forgot the meaning. Empirical study of the human mind and behavior. It includes studying many aspects of the mind, such as attention, emotion, intelligence, motivation, brain function, and personality. Predominantly or almost dominant. Mostly or mainly. Empirical means based on what is experienced or seen rather than on theory. I like empirical studies much more than theoretical ones. So theoretical is the opposite meaning of empirical. From my empirical observation, the new coffee shop seems to be really popular. Okay, empirical. Next. In practice, psychologists often propose theories that describe human behavior within specific demographic groups. Their ultimate ambition is to help society thrive and progress. In practice, psychologists often propose theories that describe human behavior within specific demographic groups. Specific demographic groups. Demographic is like a group of population. Their ultimate ambition is to help society thrive and progress. Thrive is like thriving. What's the other word? Flourish and progress. Or prosper even. Grow, develop, or be successful. If you want to highlight financial success, prosper is the better fit. Okay? Next. An example of such theory is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is a 5-tier model that claims that humans are motivated by different levels of need. Psychological needs, the need for safety, the need for love and belonging, the need for esteem, and the need for self-actualization. うん。これはわかるかな？ 5-tier model。5階層モデル。That claims that humans are motivated by different levels of needs. Psychological needs. The need for safety, the need for love and belonging, the need for esteem, and the need for self-actualization. Need for esteem is like to be respected, and self-actualization is to understand myself. Esteem, to respect someone or have a good opinion of them. Esteem or to respect, not to be respected. My brother's hurtful words lowered my self-esteem. Her work is highly esteemed by all her colleagues. It's always esteemed, I've always esteemed her for her creativity and unique perspective. Self-actualization is 自己実現欲求。承認欲求が need for esteem か。need for respect だから need for to be respect ってことだよな。think. Okay. I think I'm not, I don't have to highlight any words here. Okay, next. The last sentence. Yes. As this compelling theory has proven to be immensely useful in many different circumstances, the use of the theory has become prevalent in a variety of fields such as management, marketing, and nursing. As this compelling, I forgot. Theory has proven to be immensely, very, I can guess, but I'm just gonna put the highlight on this one. In many different circumstances, the use of the theory has become prevalent. Prevalent. In a variety of fields such as management, marketing, and nursing. Okay. Compelling means the reason argument is compelling. It makes you believe it or accept it because it is so strong. Very exciting and interesting and making you want to watch or listen. Compelling theory. Interesting ってことか。Appealing. The way he talks sounds compelling. But if you think it through, you'll find that what he's saying is actually quite empty. I just started this new book and the storyline is so compelling that I cannot put it down. Compelling. Is there a difference? What's the difference between compelling and appealing? Summary. Compelling suggests a strong, persuasive quality that demands attention, often associated with urgency or importance. Appealing suggests an attractive or pleasant quality that draws interest without the same sense of urgency. The speaker's compelling argument made everyone rethink their position. The garden has an appealing layout that invites visitors to explore. Something that is strongly persuasive or difficult to resist. It often implies urgency or importance that grabs your attention and demands consideration or action. Commonly used for arguments, stories, or situations that provoke a strong emotional or intellectual response. Something that is attractive or interesting. It suggests pleasant quality that draws you in, but does not necessarily imply urgency or strong persuasion. Okay, I don't understand. Immensely means extremely. You're immensely helpful in finishing this project. He's an immensely talented young athlete. And prevalent. Prevalent means widespread, existing very commonly, or happening often. Smartphones have become so prevalent nowadays that you rarely see people with flip phones. These diseases are more prevalent among young children. Prevalent emphasize widespread occurrence or acceptance within the specific context. Predominant means indicates something that holds greater importance, influence, or authority within a particular situation. Common describes something that is not rare, unusual, ordinary, and frequently encountered. Prevalent. まあ、common に似てるけどな。Widespread. Very common. Right, let me ask the ChatGPT again. What's the difference between prevalent and common? Oops. Prevalent and common. That is widespread or dominant in a particular area or among a particular group at a specific time. It often implies a higher degree of occurrence than a common. Typically used in more formal context or when discussing trends, diseases, or phenomena. Refers to something that is frequently encountered or found. It does not imply a specific degree of occurrence and it can be used in both casual and formal context. Prevalent suggests a widespread presence and is often used in more serious or formal discussion. Common refers to something that is frequently found or encountered, but doesn't necessarily indicate that it's widespread or dominant. そっか. This is a big difference. Common doesn't mean widespread or dominant, but frequently found or encountered. これ書いておくか. Let's doこうしておく. Okay. Okay, chapter 15 is done. Nice. Oh, it's already 11:30, but I did 5 chapters from chapter 11 to chapter 15. Okay. In the next stream, I'm gonna do chapter 16 to 20. Okay, let's finish the stream here. Thank you for watching and see you in the next stream. Bye bye.